Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Jamila the Killer, and I'm back with my second week of my Houston Texans Connected Careers mode. This is a pretty good game, I do think. I'm playing against the Miami Dolphins, and I took the advice of a couple people, and I skipped the preseason. So as you see, we are starting the regular season, so that should be fun. I do win the coin toss, and I elect to receive just because. Normally I like to kick, but I decided against that because I just wanted to receive. I wanted to get some points on the board first. So yeah, let me get a little bit closer to the TV since my screen is pretty small. Alright, I just got out there to the 18-yard line to do a handoff to Foster, who gets about 10 yards. I called it second in inches, but, you know, what can you do? I do this game do a heavy run-oriented offense because Foster is a beast. But I also do pretty good with Johnson through the air, so that is that. You see me going back, I hit Johnson coming across the middle there. Pretty good gain, about 22 yards that it says there. And I'm going to keep running the ball with Foster. I want to run it as much as possible because I have never actually used Foster. I've heard he's good. Before this Connected Careers mode, I say I had never used him. And I wanted to give him a try. I wanted to try out the good blocking scheme that Houston runs. And as you see, that they do pretty good. I know Miami's stuff isn't the best, but it's still pretty good. As you see, we are at 1st and 10 on the 19th, so we're kind of knocking on the door already. Hit a little route there to Daniels, playing my fullback for a couple plays there. And I'm 2 for 2 for 25 yards to Shaw, which is pretty nice. We do come back out in a run formation, kind of a stretch play here. I do get outside with Ben Tate because Foster was a little tired, and I do manage to get a touchdown with Ben Tate. As you see Schaub celebrating there. So we do kick the ball off. They don't really get much of a return. I don't think I show any kicks in this one. Kick returns because of that first one. 2nd and 8. Bush breaks it to the outside and breaks a couple tackles. 3 tackles to be exact. And runs it up the sideline for a few yards. Pretty good on his part. He kind of cooled off in the second half, but what can you do there? I see him breaking off another run there. Just pretty much going pretty good right there. But again, yeah, he does cool down a little bit. So I see, is that Tannehill? Tannehill calling some audibles there, trying to get Bush up the middle. Nothing going. Cushing is there to shut him down. Brian Cushing and J.J. Watt did pretty decent this game. Nothing huge for highlights or anything like that, but it works out. And you see Bush breaks off another big play there. Oh no, that's not Bush. That is Thigpen. My bad. I did not realize they switched out. Bush is taking a little bit of a rest, so they got Thigpen in. And he doesn't do too bad running the ball. You know, he gets a few good gains here like that. Not an elite runner, but could be something good. Bush back in the game now. Tannehill drops back like he's going to try to go for a pass. Goes deep and gets a nice one-handed catch over the top there. I was going to slow it down and look at it again, but I did not think to do it in the game. But that was a phenomenal catch. Totally deserving of that. And then I cut off 3 play an accident when I was playing. So, yeah. So you go over the middle to Owen Daniels, who is a pretty good catcher as far as my passes go. And I go over the top to him again, and he somehow catches that. I'm not sure how he did. I don't know how that wasn't picked off or at least batted down. But what can do? I'm not gonna decline that. And you see Foster just taking off again. He's already at 48 yards in the 2nd quarter, so he is a big part of my offense right now. So yes, I see me dropping back here. I got Johnson going up top. I do not go to high. He was my first read, but he was covered pretty good. So hit Daniels again. Pretty good safe check down. So I'll take him every time. Get a nice toss play out here to Foster. Shugs off one guy and runs it on in for a touchdown. It was a 20-yard run there. So he is doing phenomenal. I don't know if I show it. I didn't show it. I think I cut it out at the end. I didn't because I didn't see the whole team, but he had quite a few yards this game. We'll not want to spoil too much, but he gets Anthony Fasano. Yep, Anthony Fasano got a 21-yard catch there from Tannehill, which is pretty awesome. So I am up 14-7 here. The second half, we're winding down close to the end of the second, and this guy, I don't know who was supposed to be covering him. Probably me. I do manage to blow my coverage a lot, but Bess had a phenomenal diving sideline catch there. A pretty good catch actually. I wish I could do catches like that. And then they're going to keep running up the gut with Bush, who's up to 34 yards for the game, which is not bad. Nothing like my Aaron Foster with his like 78. So, yeah, buddy, get on my level. But you see they are kind of knocking it. It is 3rd and goal here, and I do get the sack, and that does force them to take the field goal. So that still puts me up 14 to 10, which is always good. So they're kind of celebrating there, and yeah. But to kick it to me, get Foster, get a nice 10-yard rush right there. I am just kind of dominating with him. You see, I got a screenplay set up, and I do manage to get it off to Foster, and he gets a couple good blocks. Doesn't get a touchdown, but he gets pretty good run after catch. So can never complain about that. I am kind of winding down. Got trying to run a 2-minute drill here, and I do get a nice out little corner route type thing to Andre Johnson, my dog, my best receiver. But then the next play I do get sacked, and that puts me into 3rd and 20, which is not good. So 3rd and 20, as you see here, I just kind of lob it up to Johnson, hoping that he'll come down with something, and he does. Did not use that or anything. I'm going to try not to use her catch or use her pick, anything like that. So yeah, that's good. Comes for me. Puts me up 21-10 with 58 seconds left. And Tannehill drops back, gets a nice pass over the middle. Doesn't get the first down quite yet, so he does call a timeout. Which is going to kind of start making them burn the timeouts, because that's where we're at here. I do blitz with Quinn, but that also allows, I think that was Cushing. I don't know who that was to get through. They do not get a first down, so they end up punting, but I muff the punt. I do manage to pick it up with Dangs. Don't get a good return, so kind of a worthless. I just wanted to show that, just to kind of put it in there. Drop back with Schaub one more time. Throw a little nice route there to Gene, I think that was. I don't know all my players yet. He does not get out of bounds though, so I do have to kind of hurry up and see what I'm doing here. Lob it up to Johnson one more time, and he comes down with that too, which is awesome. Call timeout. I was gonna go for a field goal, but I figured 5 seconds plus a couple timeouts, I could hit a little quick play, and if that doesn't work, I could call timeout. Do get a nice touchdown pass right there over the middle, and that puts me up 28-10 at the half. So coming into the 3rd quarter now, I did have to kick to them. And this is their first possession after the kickoff. He goes deep. I try to dive catch that with Quinn Jr., but that does not work. So, yeah, kind of wasted effort, but, it is what it is. You see he's kind of doing an audible there. I think he audibled out of a run play because they were kind of good formation. You do see they get a flag there. They got the first down, but that is negated by the holding penalty that we just got. So now it is 2nd and 20. Let me fix my microphone on my earbuds. So it's 2nd down and 20 to go, and he gets a nice little pass to Hartline, who didn't do too bad this game. He has 1 catch for 5 yards, but I think he ends around 100 yards or so. Maybe I'm completely wrong. As you can see, I have terrible. I don't know what I was doing right there. I was trying to hit the strafe button, but I think I missed the strafe, so he didn't stop, and it didn't work. So that's all right. We don't have to worry about that. But, so on the receiving end of that, I do get the ball back, and I start taking off with Foster. As you saw, 11 rushes for 85 yards. And I'm just going to keep riding him as long as I can, as long as he's doing good. That probably sounded pretty weird, didn't it? That's all right. I'm over the century mark now with 102 yards, which is pretty amazing. And only 12 carries, so that's pretty darn good. Not EP status yet, but getting there. I do go over the middle there to Walter, who kind of gets pretty good yards, 10 yards. I'm still 3rd and 1. And I'm going to, stick with what's going and run Foster up the side, the left side. And I do manage to get the first down. So fast forward to 2nd and 8. Go over the middle to Johnson. He does drop the ball, and that is kind of disappointing. So 3rd and 8 now. Go over the middle to Johnson again. He does redeem himself. So that's good. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that drop that he had. And so we're going to go and kind of do a check down to Tate since no one else was really open. So got to take what you got to take. As you see, I'm 3 for 3 in the red zone at 100%. 3rd and 1, I do get sacked by Carroll, which is kind of disappointing, but that does give me a 31-17 lead. So I am okay with that. That is a pretty decent lead to have in the 3rd quarter. They do drop back here, 1st and 10. They run it with Bush, and he gets nowhere. J.J. Watt, proven to be pretty much of a beast. He has 4 tackles in the game so far. And they're going to try to keep running with Bush. He manages to get a couple yards. He ends up getting pushed back a little bit. He could have had more, but Demps kind of popped him a little bit. You see me kind of sneaking up, cheating with Quinn a little bit, and that's something I should not have done. As you see, they burned me deep. I shouldn't have cheated up. I should have stayed back in my zone. But, it's stuff I got to learn. It makes the game more interesting. I enjoy playing with the safety a lot, so I just got to learn not to cheat up when I think it's going to be a run. So that's completely my fault. You see Aaron Campman stops me there for no gain. Aaron Campman used to be one of my favorite defensive ends when he played on the Packers. Just a little thing of trivia, I guess you should say. And probably not really trivia, but 3rd and 5, I do like a kind of a bench type play. I do get to the 4th and 1. I'm 15 of 18 for 249 with Schaub, which is pretty phenomenal, but I do end up punting. I don't want to risk going for it on that close to my end zone. So I give them the ball, 1st and 10. Bush gets nowhere. He gets about 2 yards, maybe. That was a pretty generous spot, I do think. I was going to kind of go with a stretch play, and Bush breaks off, bounces off the guy, and gets the 1st down for them. So he's proven to be pretty clutch. He's got 53 rushing yards on the day, which again isn't too bad, but not that great either. So we got Thigpen in now, kind of giving Bush a little bit of a break, and he doesn't do near as well as Bush could have done. So that's Bush's fault for being tired. Yeah. But as you see me kind of sneaking over with Quinn, trying to do some coverage, I did not get there quick enough. I thought they were going to go up the sideline, so I kind of snuck back, and that sure proved to be wrong. As you see, they're running Thigpen again, who right there breaks off a pretty nice 8-yard gain, I think. 8-yard injury timeout. Was one of my guys. I think he had a concussion or something like that, so I pulled him for the game. And he will be back next game. I don't remember who it was. It wasn't no one really important. It was one of my defensive ends because I had to sub J.J. Watt in his spot. So, and as you see, 3rd and goal here. I stopped them 1st and 2nd and goal, but 3rd and goal, they do prove to fake me out. I thought they were going left. They ended up going right, and I had no one on the right side. So they do end up tying the game up. It is 31-31 right now, with 4:40 left to go in the 4th. So I have a chance to make a good, not really comeback since I'm not down, but I have a chance to win the game. Go over the top, almost picked off, so that was not good. And as you see here, I run to the left, go up the middle. There's one wide open, and I'm going for a 76-yard touchdown run with Arian Foster. Amazing. I saw that, and I was like, oh yeah. I was like, don't catch me, Ryan, don't catch me. And he did not catch me, so I'm up 38-31 right now with 4:23. And now I'm just going to start playing the run D. Kind of play run orientated just because I know the Texans have a good pass defense. So see me trying to get over with Quinn. He lobs it up, but it gets picked off by Jackson, which is awesome. Don't get any kind of return, but that's okay. I got the ball back, and I can just kind of start running out the clock. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to start running the ball with Foster. Picks up a pretty good block on the corner there. If I could have gotten past that first guy, I think I could have done pretty good. As you saw there, 19 rushing attempts for 196 yards. Amazing. Might be able to break the 200-yard mark. We'll see later on. And bam, right there, I'm over the 200 yards. Doesn't tell me what I had because they called the timeout. And now I'm just trying to burn the rest of their timeouts. And I succeed in doing that, and I get the 1st down. So right here, as you see, once I get this 1st, it's game over. And I'm just going to snap to the end of the game where I just take a little cheap field goal to get a little more points. But that is it, guys. I do win my Week 1 season opener against the Miami Dolphins, 41-31. Not bad at all. You see the kind of the post-game celebrations here. Everyone's running out onto the field, and everyone's kind of happy except for the Dolphins. The Dolphins are disappointed and sad. Arian Foster is the player of the game. I think I had 200 something yards. I'll check here at the end. I go into the stats in just a second. But you can see him there getting interviewed, but it doesn't pop up my stats, but he's drinking Gatorade, so go buy some Gatorade. And we're going to check the stats here, and yes. Bam, 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 bam. What do we got? Matt Schaub, 153.8 passer rating. Pretty nice, 15 of 19 for 249 and 2 touchdowns and no picks. Pretty phenomenal. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a comment and a like. Arian Foster, 241 rushing yards. Pretty awesome. Comment and subscribe if you did. Look for more videos. I should hopefully have one for you tomorrow. I'm going to try. Can't promise anything. But Saturday for sure I will have one. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching.